sometimes needs a smaller segment. How do you eat an elephant? By chomp. So we're going to break it down into 30-day increments. So the first 30 days is done. It started July 1st. We are kicking off August, the second 30 days, you guys. And so if you're not a part of that Facebook page, go look for it. It's JP9090 Day Game. All right? And ask to be invited to that. And once you get on there, you're going to get daily WODs, work of the day. It's your workout of the day for you CrossFitters out there. But what you're going to do is you're going to get ideas for how to invest in your business daily. What activities are going to grow your business? And for those of you who participate in it and are consistent with it, I promise you your business is going to grow. We had people that hit Q&D and national marketing director, or even just qualify their business. You don't have to reach for the very top of the business in order to be a part of this. If you're just starting, it gives you great guidelines. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, there's a Freedom Revolution. It's only 30 minutes. It's amazing people sharing their stories. It's in webinar mode, so no one will see you, but you'll be able to view and invite guests to it. And then on Thursday afternoons, it's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Again, all different people sharing their stories, and all of those flyers are on that Facebook page. Okay? So join the 90-day game. It's awesome. This month's all about being brave, courageous, and bold. Thank you, Holland Morris, for shouting that out.
All right, so I wanted to go over really quick with you guys who you are supporting for being part of the Pajama Regional. This is a really big deal for us. I feel like all of us have this purpose-driven life that we're working on, and one of the things that we all have is a very humble spirit of generosity, wanting to be free, generous with our freedom, and being able to share with others. And because we have the opportunity to bump our enrollment cost from $5 this time up to $25 this time, which helped us cover the back office expenses of this event, what I wanted to share with you is for you to know that every ounce of what we've got going on, besides our expenses, is going to two amazing causes. So you're sitting in a living room hanging out with your girlfriends, but guess what? Or your guy friends or your husbands. Yes. But you're also supporting two things that are very, very incredible and amazing to our Juice Plus community. The first one of them, Kurt Beavers, who's the 100 Club NMD. I'm reading a little bit. I want to make sure I get it right. His personal mantra is to make a life. And he designed something called the Dollar Fund. So while lots of organizations rely on big donors, he realized there was this gap between big people with high net worth giving and people, the rest of us. And he wanted to help bridge that gap. And so what he did was create this incredible organization called Dollar Fund. And you can find it at dollarfund.org. Write that down. The fruit of that calling that he had in his head is this platform. And the whole premise is this: $1 every month from 1 million people to give to one cause or community.
It's her.
Isn't that amazing?
I've
been part of this for months and months, and I want you to jump in and be part of it as well. We want the community to be able to come together and take action together. So many of us, again, have already committed, and if you haven't yet, we're inviting you to do that today, and then share this with every person you know. They've already impacted organizations like Charity Water, St. Jude, Habitat for Humanity, and the Pure Hope Foundation. We're super excited about this. It's just $1 a month. Huge. All right, the second recipient of our really, really amazing money that we've gathered through this event is the Pure Hope Foundation, you guys. Catherine spoke last night. The Pure Hope Foundation was Catherine's brainchild for those words, Pure Hope, that she was given 17 years ago. She's another 100+ Club NMD in our company.
Cheery.
The purpose of Pure Hope is to strengthen families and restore survivors of sex trapficking.
Their
mission is to completely free captives by fighting trafficking, restoring survivors, empowering advocates, and ending demands by even hosting men's events, and to build stronger men and strengthen families so that men walk away from the idea of being even part of anything like this, which is going to in turn help our women. They're offering safe house programs, therapies, trainings to help those that are ensnared in sex trafficking prepare to live and thrive independently. Isn't that amazing? So here's what we're going to do. Because we are short on time here today and we wanted to make sure you could watch this over and over, please be watching the Facebook page for the JP Pajama Regional. I'm going to post a promo video for each one of these groups, and I hope you'll watch that as your team, maybe during lunch or later on, but you'll watch it over and over and share it then with people. All right? This is so huge and important. Thank you for being part of this with us.
that because
Not a good
our mission is to inspire
picture
healthy
to
living
get
around the
stuck
world,
on
and
me.
we've also brought around to inspiring healthy giving around the world, and that's what we partnered with. That was the one thing that we were missing with this particular event. So really excited about that. If you see that the internet is freezing, it's not me, it's your internet. Make sure that your bandwidth is good. I promise you, I went up to 1 gig, so nothing would freeze in my house. I'm paying a lot of money for good internet right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to do really quickly is to give away our first conference ticket. Do you know that corporate gave us 4 conference tickets to give away? 4. So the first one, this is how we did this, you guys. We picked a number. When you registered, everybody has a number, and it was a random number. Someone just threw it out there, and it was number 372. Do you want to know who number 372 is? Is it you? It's Melissa Quayle.
Hey!
Oh my God. It's our first conference ticket winner. Happen to know Melissa Quayle. Her birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday. You got a free conference ticket. So there's 3 more going out. Now, listen, check the Facebook page, the JP Pajama Regional Facebook page. We're going to be giving away lots of things today throughout the day on that Facebook page. So make sure you look for posts on there. We need you to participate in those so that we can continue to give away prizes. There's so many prizes going out today. You guys are going to love this. Okay, so let me really quickly, I'm going to jump into our first inspiring story today. Somebody that really inspired me. She is actually on John Shaw's team. She's a senior sales coordinator. She is a beautiful mom of 3. And hang on one second. Mel, I'm going to unmute you, baby. Melissa, you there? Okay. So this guy, if you are not on speaker mode, put on speaker mode because Melissa is gorgeous. You don't want to miss her story. So I'm going to flip it over to you, girlie. All you.
Oh, thank you so much, Brooke. Well, I'm so excited to share my story today. Ooh, I already got a little choked up here. I learned about Juice Plus over 9 years ago. It completely made sense to me. I was asthmatic. Well, I was premature, first of all. I was 3 months, born 3 months early. I had severe allergies to horses, dander, dust, animals, and I had the worst immune system. Sick all the time, and I had severe asthma. And that went through my childhood and my early adult years. I was extremely passionate about horses, of course, and I lived on a horse farm, so you can only imagine how that was a big challenge. I showed horses competitively, so when I did, and if there was dust in the arena or dander or the hair was all over the place, I'd have to wear a mask, and it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. But I had to do what I did, and I loved it so much that I just stuck it through. But when Juice Plus was introduced to me, it was a complete life changer. I still can't believe it to this day that now I don't have to wear a mask, which is awesome. And I have no more allergy meds that I have to worry about, no puffers. I don't have to worry about having an asthma attack from around the horses. And I have less illnesses, which is great because I was always sick. And better yet, more energy, which I'm sure everybody loves about it. And as an adult today, I could still show the horses, like I said, and not worry when I'm at a class specifically and have an asthma attack. And now that I'm a mom, no question, I am so thankful for this company. I want to be able to protect my children and do everything I can for them. See, I told you before I was going to get choked up. And that's where Juice Plus completely fits in. I didn't realize how whole food nutrition can truly have such a big impact on somebody's life and health, and how it impacted my life. I want to be able to help others, and that makes it that much more powerful. I'm now able to make a difference, and not only in my family's life, but in the lives of others with the product, but also the business, and that's huge. I want to be able to make a difference, and it's not at all about me, it's about how I can help others. And that's where it all gets me fired up. I can touch so many people, and there's so many people I still haven't touched. When I started this business, I had 5 doors open. It was insane, and I know John Shaw can back me up on that. I was a personal trainer. I had 15 customers in my home. I have a gym. I own a marketing company with 5 employees. I was an equestrian competitor still, and I was a national fitness competitor, so I was training, so the commitment there is crazy. But also within that short year, I found out I was pregnant with a beautiful little boy. So I felt like I had to work that much harder. I had a lifestyle that I wanted to live up to, and so that's why I did what I did. But this is where the business sets in. I didn't realize that you don't have to work more to get more, and that's amazing. Now I actually don't have to work as much. I have slowed down my personal training career, and I only have one customer because I just love her. And I get to step away from my marketing company a little bit more. But what is so, so, so important to me is I get to spend time with my kids. I didn't get to spend 2 years of my son's life because I was so into that world of 5 doors open. And that breaks my heart. So now I could actually spend time with my newborn baby, she's 13 months, and not skip a beat, and that means the world to me, and make up for the times that I didn't get to spend time with my son and see him, and his first steps and everything else in between. So that makes it that much more of a reason why I'm so excited about what this business opportunity has allowed me to do. I'm able to travel, I'm able to see them grow, and I know this business is going to allow me to be the mom that I want to be, and the mom that my mom was to me and my sister. I do make it a point to not have my children to become the reason why I can't work the business.
Is she on stage?
Trust me, there's times that I'm like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, but I don't let it get in my way, because that is why I work this business. I may have a baby on my hip, a toddler at my feet crying, "Mommy," but that's what's so amazing about this business. I'm able to bring them along, and they get to see how I could touch so many different people around the world. And they get to see me being a business mom and a mommy at the same time. And I hope that one day I can leave this legacy to them, and they can enjoy it as much as I do. And that is everything in my life. That means the world to me. But what's so amazing about what this business has done for me is that 9 years ago, I'm not the same person from 9 years ago. This business has made me grow, become the person I am today, with all the amazing mentors, the amazing tools, the leadership program, Brave Leaders. It's been incredible. And I am so thankful for that. And I hope that I touched somebody's heart today and got them motivated to go to the next level. And I'm just thankful that I got to share my story. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you.
Courtney, that's
Wow,
right?
rolling tears now. Well, Lisa, that was incredible, and all the stories. You're a beautiful mama, and we're all trying a version of ourselves. So thank you for authentically sharing that. Are you ready for another powerful training, everyone?
Right.
Yeah, we're here. We're excited here. I'm pleased to introduce Beverly Grandison, our next speaker, and you may recognize Beverly
You know
for
her.
the recent Juice Plus YouTube videos. And she's passionate, she has a positive energy, and she's very intelligent. Beverly has a master's in professional counseling, a bachelor's degree in social work, and is a certified health coach. She is very unique. She is a retired Army captain and airborne qualified. Her military awards are numerous and include the Bronze Order of Mercury and the Bronze Star Medal. And I looked that up because she didn't tell me what that was, but it was someone who demonstrates the highest standard of integrity, moral character, professional competence, and selflessness, and who have contributed significantly. That's pretty amazing. One of the things that Beverly said that she enjoys traveling and empowering others with skill and confidence, as you can't wait for her to training us today. She has been married for over 17 years with her dear Johnny, and one of the fun facts about Beverly is that she has a goal to reach and to travel to 50 states. And she's almost reached it. She only has, I think, 12 more states to travel to. So we're so blessed to have you, Beverly, to train. You're all going to be blown away. You're going to get your pens and pencils ready. Take it away.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? Yes. Am I getting thumbs up? Yes.
Yeah. She can't see us.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like yes. So wow, can I just say wow, wow, and more wow? And I am so honored and grateful for these ladies on the Pajama Regional Committee to have asked me to be part of such an amazing, phenomenal event, right? Because this is a major event. And I hear the line it takes community, and that's what we've been talking about.
Mike.
This last night when Catherine Lee opened it up.
They'll probably tell her.
Say again. Can you hear me?
Not well.
We did.
Can everybody still hear me?
Go ahead.
I'm hoping everybody can still hear me. Let's see. I can hear you, but the volume went down. Okay.
It's taking a second to unmute. Hey, Beverly, for some reason your voice just went down a little bit. I don't know if it dipped, if it's your computer.
There we go. Yeah.
Is that better for everybody else?
While they're trying to get this
Okay.
worked out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you're good.
That was Leslie. She's signing up right now. You get a registered hot dog.
anyway, can everybody hear me?
This is live, folks.
Okay, let me check another laptop real quick.
Get in another laptop. Go to a different trainer.
Okay, y'all, just hang on. This happens. Technology. Get coffee.
Damn
Hang on
it.
for a second. Look, there's backup.
Let me fix it.
Backup is here.
Here you go.
I love it.
I'll take the.
Right, while they're doing that really quickly, I'm just going to say this because I didn't get it right in the shout out. Ken Main partnered with Jeff Olson in the 90-day game. So, sorry, I just wanted to give that shout out. All right, hang on, you guys. Hang in there for a second.
This is a dream one.
It was weird. It all of a sudden just dipped down. Her voice just kind of got quiet all of a sudden. Maybe the microphone?
She went to the other laptop. Comment.
You can climb in. She can jump on. She can climb on Zoom. Climb on in. Yeah, I can hear you talking. Let me flip it over because it's on my computer. It's a little bit different on my TV. All of a sudden it dipped. Hang on a second.
Okay, well, if you can hear me, then we might have her come back here. That means you'll be able to hear her.
Will you talk again?
Okay, testing.
Yeah, working great.
Just checking now. I think she might head back this way so that since the volume seems to be coming up now.
Yep.
Okay, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
Just bring her
Wave
back.
high.
So I'm asking her to come back this way. So use your speaker of honor.
Was you able to say, sorry guys, oh my goodness, I hate, when technology works, it works, but when
Wave,
it doesn't
Debbie.
work, it doesn't work. Oh my
Sherry,
goodness.
wave high. Say hi.
Okay,
Good
so
morning.
I have so much to share and I don't want to belabor this moment, and everybody can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I was saying that this is an amazing event. Most of you have heard my story, and I'm not going to go into much detail about my story because Juice Plus is amazing in my world. You heard in my bio, I was in the military, jumping out of planes, running 4 or 5 miles a day, thought I was a bionic woman or a Wonder Woman, and just chronic fatigue set in, and 2 years fighting the doctors, and then half my taste sensors disappeared and couldn't lift anything with my right hand. So I was fortunate to have an amazing neighbors who loved us like their kids, who treated us and shared, was bold enough and courageous enough to invite us to an event at their home, right? Event, because that's what I'm training on is event. So my intent is to give you some nuggets and tips and challenge you and equip you to go out and be comfortable with events. So they cared enough to sit down, educate us, empower us about whole food plant-based nutrition, Juice Plus. Well, as you can tell, chronic fatigue is not bothering me anymore. I have all my energy back. I take no medication, and oh my goodness, this journey for the last 13 years has been nothing short of extraordinary, and this year has just been that. And I believe that's it for a lot of everybody today as we go forward. So the deal, what I'm going to do is help you take the edge off of events today, right? And you might not even like events. You might be a person like, I'm sick and tired of events or whatever, and that's okay, because I just want you to stay with me, listen.
Turn down
Then
just a little bit.
you might love events like I do, and you're a connoisseur. So hopefully, again, what I share is going to be something that can challenge you again to take it even to the next level. And then you might just have no clue about events. You might be brand new. And that's a really great place to be, because you're no better time, place, with the right company, right product, in the right community of people to absolutely make an impact with events. And I'm going to keep on saying that, because at the end of this training, if you're not equipped and motivated to do events, then you're going to have to check what exactly it is that you're really doing, right? So if you're new, then your sponsor should have already shared with you the freedomrevolution.com site. That is the one-stop shop. Systems create wealth. Systems create wealth, okay? Now, you heard, and you keep hearing it over and over again through Catherine Lee and the PJ Regional team about vulnerability and being your authentic self. And you definitely just heard that from Melissa. Oh, my goodness. And it's amazing how God just has us all intertwined with no practice before, and how this message at the end of this training for the day is going to really put you in a position to inspire healthy living around the world. And so you saw Stephen doing life. How about that? Moving right now. But he made a choice to take some time out and make this event. Do an event in our busy lives. Holly talked about the freedom to do this business, doing life, and focusing on people. And if your focus is not on people, getting the message to them, or getting them in front of information, or getting the information in front of them, then you're missing the point. You're totally missing the point there. And so I don't really think I'm going to share late-breaking, brand-new things, because we have amazing resources out there. And you heard some of them just recently on just the Facebook page, the JP 90-day plan. The same thing I was going to mention about, there is an event every day of the week. We have an event going on, some way, shape, form, whether it's a recorded call that's on the freedomrevolution.com site, or in our virtual, what is it? Freedom Revolution. Healthy Living Revolution. My goodness, I'm having a menopausal moment right now. Oh my gosh. So, the HealthyLivingRevolution.com site. Very powerful resources to put people in front of the information every day. And then every Tuesday, I have to plug every Tuesday night, the jpvf.org live call, where somebody's telling their story about the product and sharing the product, and also then the business. Every Tuesday, jpvf.org. We mentioned our virtual franchise office, going into the office and going under events, plugging your zip code in, and finding events to plug people into. And then there's a Facebook page, which is the Juice Plus events. Where did I write that down? Yeah, Juice Plus events all regions. Okay, Juice Plus events all regions, where you, and please look at the pinned post, because there's a way that there's a structure and a format how you post what your event is on there, so everybody can easily search and find events all over the country. And so it's a very exciting time, y'all. I hope you hear my heart through this when I tell you that people, and you keep hearing, you're going to keep on hearing, are looking for something every day. They're joining something every day, and it's because somebody was bold, courageous, and cared enough to open their mouth and say, hey, will you take a look at this? Can I share something with you? So I had an amazing training with Lauren Lahab recently, and she talked about events. And I was like, oh my goodness, how timely, right? Because wow, I can just regurgitate what she just taught me to share with you all, and you all know she's a master of events. And so events actually start when somebody decides they're going to attend your event. Okay, whatever that event looks like. So as soon as that decision is made, if somebody's going to say, I'm going to show up to your event, that event has begun. And so, again, I'm going to go back to the freedomrevolution.com site, such a powerful resource, one-stop shop. Your training, go into those modules, because then we had Danette and Lori do an amazing job on events and shared all type of different events that we can do around the country that are actually making an impact in people's lives. If you all missed last night with Catherine Lee, that was an amazing event that was life-altering for so many people around the world. It was just guests that showed up to our place that never really thought outside the box of self-care, of what would they actually be doing if time, money, and themselves were no issue. OMG, right? So I'm going to tell you that leading up to the events, you're going to have to really, really be deliberate and intentional. So let's start here, and let's try to dumb down events right now, okay? Because I think some people get to hear events and they get anxiety and they're wondering, oh my gosh, I have to do all of this and all this nonsense. Y'all, please stop with it enough so that you get outside yourself. Because like I tell everybody all the time, you've got to care enough about people to want to, and to know that what we have is something that they so critically need. Whether it's the product, the tower guard, the franchise, the community, we are built for relationship. We're built for community. And you learned that again last night. And so let's just dumb down events, okay? I want to keep events very professional at all levels. And so, but you got to be your authentic, real self, right? So I don't have kids. Johnny and I don't have kids. And thank you, hon, for always giving me my way. I don't have like the Martha Stewart, model home. And I'm never going to have that. And it's okay. You're not going to have any bugs or anything crawling on you. So that's good. And you're safe. So have people come to your home. And if you don't like people coming to your home, meet them at a coffee shop. Meet them wherever. But you have got to get people in front of the information and get the information in front of people. That is the bottom line up front, y'all. And if that's not happening again, relook at your calendar and see what did you do last month, and look at the end of your month and see what your paycheck looked like. Because I keep hearing over and over again that our paychecks are a direct result of the people that we are impacting. That's huge. Okay? So you're going to lead up to the event. Of course, if you're not social media savvy, and believe it or not, I'm not big on social media. I have to be, and that's just the way the generations are going. But know this.
I gotta work on it.
Facebook, that's for the older people now. A lot of younger millennials are on Instagram, and there's LinkedIn, which is another awesome venue. But start setting up those events on those social media sites, right? You can send out welcome letters. And for my old school people, they still like, paper and pen, which is just fine. Send out invites to people the way you know your group of people need to reach them, okay? Because everybody doesn't communicate on the same wavelength. We all have different ways of communicating, and that's the beautiful thing about this amazing diverse community that we have, that we can reach everybody at any level.
Tony Evans and Priscilla,
And so
Priscilla Schreier can
there's creating flyers. And I know sometimes that's a headache. we lose time creating these crazy flyers, right?
Yeah.
She's
Canva,
almost at the
Fiverr, all of
Jeopardy
those
level, but
can make do it for simple to nothing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a savvy digital young person that you can pay a couple dollars to get your marketing done. Do that, okay?
Yeah.
And again, when we get to the event, so when we're finally at the event, we want you to assign responsibilities to people because it takes teamwork to make this dream work, right? So involve everybody. Have the door greeter. Have somebody pointing people to the bathroom. What you need to think about all the time is, how would you feel as a guest coming to your event? Take yourself out the picture and come in as a guest to your event. Look around and observe and see what's needed, okay? Because what people don't understand is walking into that room is going to be the first impression they get. So are you playing some pumped up music? Are people welcoming? Are they warm? I'm a hug person, so I'm always hugging. I'm always asking, hey, can I hug you? and that is what people need, to feel that love. So give them confidence walking in. And that does so much for the participant. And then you really want music. Music does a lot for the soul and the mind. And music is a great addition to any event. I mean, there's so many different, Pandora, everything that's on there that you can pump up some great music, have fun. And then making sure, of course, like you just saw, technology in its best form, right? Mess up. But making sure the microphone and the speakers and all that stuff is right. And that's if it's in a bigger venue, okay? And you don't always have to have the bigger venue. You can meet at restaurants that have a back room. Y'all, please stop trying to complicate events. I feel that we should have events in every 50 states of this country, at least weekly. There should be an event somewhere going on in multiple cities across states, because we have representation of Juice Plus reps that love and care about people enough to say, hey, meet me somewhere or come over to my place. So, of course, setting up the room and making sure that it's going to be conducive to everybody seeing the screen, and then giving people certainty so that they know the schedule, the times, the breaks, and then, of course, create curiosity. And I think the Pajama Regional did a fabulous job at doing that. If you mimic a lot of the events that you see, look at what people are doing and make it happen. And then, of course, we know the fortune is in the follow-up. So you all have seen, well, many of you, I shouldn't say, have seen me around the country, doing different events. Because, what my philosophy is truly is one team, one mission. If I'm going somewhere, I'm going to connect with Juice Plusers in that state or in that city that I'm in and say, hey, I'm in town on this or that. We can make an event happen. And guess what? It has been happening. I have to give Dr. Ewald credit because he started this thing back in March with me and just doing a daisy chain of different events. And I'm going to tell you, y'all, every venue I went to, they had a great location. You want parking to be not a headache, and then you want to pre-plan and have backups, just like the PJ Regional has backups. But I tell y'all, events are what build your business. Okay, if you're not having events, your business is not going to grow. Now, understand, events, and we've had people do events on social media, right? Social media completely, and do a fabulous job at doing that. Three-way calls are an amazing event. And if you're not effectively using those, I just think everything is an event, to be quite honest with you, right? So, I mean, if you're talking to somebody about Juice Plus, about caring about them, about their health, about their finances, because I don't care, and I tell people all the time, how much money you make, how much makeup you put on, how much you work out. I just moved away from the Bible, what they call the Bible Belt, how much church you attend. If you do not have your health, what good is any of that, right? Because health is wealth. And that, I just feel that that is what we need to permeate to the masses when we are out there. I feel that when you do not open your mouth to care about people, I think that's selfish. I honestly think that's selfish. And we got to give prospects an opportunity to hear from a third party. And they co-sign what we've already said or what we are showing. So walk the talk. People want to see people who are walking the talk. I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to hit hard, right? You can't be on a, weight loss journey for 50 years and you're still the same weight. There's a problem.
Go, girl.
People wonder. I mean, I don't want you telling people 50 years from now you're on Juice Plus and you're still 100 pounds overweight. And I'm not trying to be funny there, but honestly, guys.
True. Wow.
Structure, discipline, love is what this is all about. And it's taking this business serious enough to know that people are hurting out there. We're marrying younger and younger. And these events,
that's true.
And I love the company because they allow kids to come to any events. Mm-hmm. And kids soak this up and hear it at their level. We are open door for anybody to come in, feel loved, cared for, and comfortable. And when it's all said and done, that's what you want them to do. Feel loved, cared for, and comfortable. I mean, there are videos off the Juice Plus websites so that the professionals can tell their stories. We never want to be the messenger. So I had my best JP buddy, Christy, in North Carolina when I was living there a couple years ago. And I'm so proud of that young lady. And she's now national marketing director. But we locked arms together because you heard earlier that you have to have buddies. Teamwork makes the dream work. I say that all the time, right? But we were very consistent with events. Every Tuesday, come rain, sunshine, or snow, we were going to have that event. If nobody showed up, then Christy and I sat down there and talked about how we can build our business better. Or if just reps showed up, then we turned it into a training. I remember years ago, Johnny, he went like 3 hours away to this event that he had planned for this group of people, and nobody showed up. Now, of course, you could just then get frustrated and just want to go away and be done with the business, right? But then you have to wonder where your motive is. And how much do you really care about people? Because if you're trying to give up, or if you're trying to not do events, or you feel intimidated by events, I'm telling you, this training should just put you to another level of, okay, I'm getting over myself today. Okay, I'm getting over myself today, right? So here is the challenge, because let me see. So after the event, then of course, you want to send thank yous to anchor the experience. I do a lot of say, hey, what was the big takeaway? What was the big takeaway? We had some great conversation last night on what was a big takeaway. And then, of course, if you're doing food and beverages, get creative with that. I mean, it's going to be your energy and enthusiasm that truly comes across. And I think that's what you guys feel from me, because it's real. And I want everybody to have it. Now, do you have to be over the top like me? Of course not. Of course not. I don't even want a million of me around over the top. You have to have our introverts. I love my introverts, y'all. This is a balance, right? And we yin-yang off of each other. But I'm telling you that it's going to be your belief in what you're doing. We will have events and nobody will show up, but I know that we're going to have events. So one thing I would like you all to probably try to start doing is, if you can't, you do, right? So that's one event going on each week. Now, do you have to show up to every one of them? Absolutely not. Because we know everybody's life is busy. But understand this. You can send people, right? And the more people that we have trying to show up to events, guess what? There's power in numbers. People see that and they gel off of that. And I just feel that, again, we're positioned at the right place in time and space and time for everybody to take their businesses to the next level. Okay, let me see. I just have a few more things, and then remember that it used to be 21 minutes when people had a, attention span to listen intently. Now it's about 14 minutes, I learned, and I was like, wow. So that means about every 15 minutes, you need to have everybody getting up, maybe doing a stretch or shifting the focus of what you're saying a little bit to keep the energy going for the attention span to stay sharp. Okay, so being very interactive with your audience is always, always important. So I'm going to tell you again. All right, so let me see. What time is it? Okay, so, all right, I'm going to tie this up here. What I hope that you got from this is that you are going to be now great, courageous, and bold enough to do an event. Here is the challenge, okay? Here is the main challenge. Because in your Juice Plus virtual office, I want everybody posting their events around the country, okay? Not only that, again, Juice Plus Events All Regions on Facebook is a great place to also post. And there's Facebook pages all over in different regions. Plug in and find out what those are. You can tag people, you can copy, paste, share, all that stuff. But my challenge to you is this week, I want corporate to see mass all-out action, okay? That events are happening in every region of our country, and people are getting plugged in. And then take pictures, post those fun, and I see those all the time, and that's what people gravitate to. But again, be real, be authentic. You heard Holly, and you heard Melissa, very authentic, very real. You hear the Juice Plus Regional Committee, and the next speakers that you're gonna hear behind me, very real, very authentic. So Johnny always says something that, you can give excuses. We can make excuses for everything, right? We can make excuses not to show up. I mean, one of my good bestie buddies, Crystal, in California, she's a QNMD. She just had a baby. And no lie, this is baby number 5 girls at that. And this chick, like 2 days later, is at an event. Are you kidding me? Oh, we have no excuse. What? And I say this, Johnny always says, and what do you say, Johnny? What is it? Did you say? Any excuse is as good as the next one. And
Every excuse is as good as the next one.
To make excuses until Jesus comes, but understand that you can coin this, okay? Because I learned this back in college, and they made us memorize it. But I've never forgotten it. That excuses are tools of incompetence, which build monuments of nothing. And those who use them are seldom good at anything else. Y'all, I want you to be encouraged. And I love what Catherine said, equipped. I don't want you to be so much motivated and all. I want you to be equipped. Because anybody can do this business. Anybody can hold an event. We have resources and tools that will walk you step by step on how to do events. Systems create wealth. Remember that. And know that you're in an amazing community of people, like you've heard and you're going to continue hearing, that are so very supportive. And guess what? You're not going to like everybody, and that's okay. That's real talk, okay? But again, if you stay focused on the mission of what you're about and why you're doing what you're doing, then that transcends everything. And then love takes over everything, okay? So with that, I think, did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. And I love all of you greatly. And I'm here to help in any way, shape, form. One team, one mission. And thank you, Pajama Region. Amazing.
Oh my goodness. What a powerhouse you are, Beverly. Thank you so much for pouring into us. Events are everything. It's all about the events. And one massive event. Okay, first off, Beverly, you've inspired me. We're going to be doing more events. Girls, are we having more events?
Yeah.
Oh, that
I hope everybody feels that way. No excuses. No excuses are equal. It is as good as the next one.
That'd be great.
That's right. First care, girl. Absolutely. So our next
She
really,
loves
really, really big
Dr.
event
Wanda
that's coming
Tiro and
is
Karen
Tampa.
Drake and that whole thing.
And
Those groups she went in and did.
October
That's what I
the
heard about
18th
that.
to the 20th. Get there.
She did
Don't
good.
miss
That was
this.
amazing.
This is your opportunity to see the big picture, you guys. This is what I'm gonna say about conference. If I hadn't gone to conference, there'll be 9 years. This fall was my first conference. If I hadn't gone, I wouldn't be here today. I saw the big picture. That closing speaker looked right at me and asked me why I wasn't living my dreams. And I knew right then and there it was because of fear of failure. And I decided that day that I would not allow that fear of failure to keep me from growing my business. And I would say, feel the fear and do it anyway, over and over again. Don't miss conference. Like Stephen said earlier, it's the best of the best. Okay. Thank you again, Beverly. All right, so we're going to jump right into our next speaker, and I'm introducing and doing technology at the same time. So just bear with me for 1 second. I'm just going to pull her up, and then I'm going to gonna give her a little intro. All right, Lauren, I'm gonna unmute you, baby. We'll just keep real quiet. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that down. Okay, so our very next speaker, I'm so excited because I got to spend a little bit of time with her at 39 Club Retreat. She is precious, and let me tell you something. This girl shared all her innermost business secrets with me as we were floating in the pool. It was amazing. Great time to really get to know her. And as next Pajama Regional, she's on for sure. So let me introduce Lauren Lungal. She's a busy mom of 2 boys. They are 3 and 8 months old. She's married to a hardworking oil field husband. She's an emergency room nurse and a farm girl who grew up raising pigs just outside of a very small town called Tofield. Did I say that right, Lauren? Tofield. She was introduced to the Juice Plus business by none other than Michelle Ball from Canada. You guys, they're all from Canada. I love this. Okay. Who was her high school science teacher. You never burn a bridge. You never know who's going to be on your team. And Lauren made it to NMD in exactly 1.5 years in 24 Club in 2 years.
Wow.
And a fun fact about Lauren is that going to conference in Phoenix to walk the stages, NMD was her first holiday for her and her family had ever been on all together. Wow. So I love that, Lauren. What a precious memory that you made with your family and a legacy that you left for your family. So I'm turning it over to you, Beverly.
Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I am zooming in from my bedroom because my 2 little babies are out in the living room with my mom. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay, cool. So a little bit about me. I'm 28. I just turned 28. And like I said, 2 little boys. I'm a busy mom and I work as a nurse. I'm on maternity leave right now. And I don't have to go back until November. But like she said, Michelle Ball first introduced me to Juice Plus, and you guys are probably wondering, okay, like, you know, what did this girl do special that she gets to speak at the Pajama Regional? Like, you know, I'm not a personal trainer. I've got no crazy product story and not an insane business story. I'm just like a regular small town farm girl that just is like a small rural nurse, and I'm just a very regular person. And so if you think that you've ever been intimidated by the fact that you don't have this amazing, powerful story, please don't be, because even the most regular people get to do this job and be really good at it. So I'm going to share my story with you guys. I first got started taking Juice Plus when I was pregnant with my son Walker. I was really, really sick. I had to take 9 weeks off of work, and I started taking the gummies. I had said no to Michelle. She had messaged me on Facebook for so long and been like, Lauren, you'd be so good at this. And Lauren, I think you'd love this business. And I was just like, no. I'm too cool. I'm a nurse. No thanks. But really, I just didn't have the confidence. I was like, I don't want an at-home business. So I started taking Juice Plus because I was so sick. And I just took the gummies, got them from Michelle, and I really took them all through my pregnancy, delivered a happy, healthy baby, and a couple months after I had my son, I stopped taking them. During that time, my husband and I, his work was really, really affected by the oil field recession in Alberta. Normally he would do 50 to 60 jobs in the winter time, and that's how we made all of our income. He worked a lot in the winter, and he had done 2. We had just built a house. I had just had my baby, and I was off on maternity leave. So yes, we were blessed with him getting to, spend time with us as a new family, but there was so much financial stress on our family. We had just built a new house, and I wasn't working, and, just brought a baby into the world. And there were days when, we didn't know how we were going to pay our bills. We didn't know how we were going to make money. I started cleaning houses on the side just to make a little bit extra. And I was taking my newborn baby in the pack to go around cleaning houses just to pay for our groceries. And Michelle Ball actually hired me to come and clean her house. Not because she really needed it, mostly just because she wanted to do me a favor. Just seeing my struggle on Facebook. And I don't think I really even shared it that much. But so a couple months, of going through that struggle, it was gut-wrenching, and I actually found out that my thyroid ran really out of whack. I was taking care of my new baby. I was, feeding him and changing his diapers and doing everything that he needed, but I didn't pick him up and I didn't cuddle him and I didn't love on him because I was in such a brain fog and I had so low energy. He lived in his swing and I just spent my days on the couch. And so once I got some medications and got my thyroid figured out, I said to my husband, like, no matter what it costs, I want to take Juice Plus again, because it's all natural and I'm still breastfeeding. And I really just wanted something that was going to help. And I wasn't looking for a miracle. I just wanted something to, just help a little bit. And so I started taking it again, and I noticed that my energy went up, and it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like a drink of Red Bull. It just gave me enough energy to get up off the couch and go for a walk, which helped me, with my mental health, getting a little bit of exercise and getting outside and some fresh air. And it was just this beautiful one simple change, kind of like we always talk about. And a few months after that, my sister went to a prevention class that Michelle was doing, and she came home and she said, okay, I'm going to do the business. And I was like, you're doing Juice Plus? And I was like, I've been offered Juice Plus by Michelle. And she's like, well, yeah, I'm going to do it. And my sister was only 20 at the time. And I was like, well, if you're going to do it, I kind of want to do it. And so Elena was over at my house and she had Michelle on speakerphone for her startup meeting. And I overheard the income potential of our business. And I just thought, oh my gosh, even if I could make $500 a month, that would be so amazing to help my family right now, and I wouldn't have to go and clean houses. So I bit the bullet and I just did it, and I can't believe I did. It was 2 days into the business, and I called my sister and I was like, I don't want to do it. Nobody's answered me back. No one's answering my messages. People are ignoring me. I haven't got an order yet. And she's like, Lauren, it's been 2 days. And I was like, I can't believe I'm for this. Well, I'm very thankful that I stuck through it. I was able to just kind of continue growing really naturally, sharing with all my friends and family around me, mostly on social media. And I was able to get to NMD in a year and a half. When I got the official call from Stephen from head office that I made NMD, I was 30 weeks pregnant with my second child. So I had a 2-year-old at home. I was 30 weeks pregnant and I was working a 12-hour emergency room shift in a busy emerge. So that just kind of shows that, even if you are busy, you can still totally fit this business into your life if you want to. It's all about if you want to. So, when my husband and I were going through those really hard financial times, guys, it was so, I don't know if this resonates with anyone, but when you're struggling financially, you feel guilty every single dollar you spend. I felt guilty if I bought anything that wasn't no name, or I felt guilty if I bought any kind of name brand laundry soap, or I wouldn't buy olive oil because it was too expensive. I wouldn't buy grapes because they were too expensive. I felt guilty every single dollar. And so when I first got the VF bonus, I don't think you guys call it VF, but I think it's 2,000 plus or something you guys would call it. So when I first got the VF bonus, my husband looked me in the eye and he said, thank you. And I was like, holy, I'm finally able to contribute to our family like I had never been able to before. And that money paid for our groceries that month. And I was like, I have to keep going with this. I don't have a reason, if I can contribute, then I need to keep doing this. And so I just kept going, and it got us through the recession. This business saved us. It made sure we still had gas in our vehicles, and it made sure we still had the lights on in our house. And, I think for so many men, they pride themselves on how they could provide for their family. And knowing that my husband was physically able to work, mentally able to work, but the work just wasn't there, was draining. I remember him sitting on the couch and he would be looking at the floor and just staring and wondering how am I going to make money? What am I going to do for my family? And so I just kind of kept going with this, and I just kept going and going and going. And like I said, this business saved us and got us, through the hardest financial times. So what was even greater than the financial benefit, because I want you guys to know that the financial benefit was life-changing for us. But what was even greater than that was the personal development that you get. And I know everyone talks about personal development, and I was chatting with my friend Jackie, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to talk about personal development, but that's what this is all about. That's what we get from this business that's so powerful. And so my why was, to help bring money in for my family. But my deeper why and the life that I needed to change was saving my marriage. My husband and I started dating when I was 18 and he was 22. We were absolutely crazy about each other. But we had really poor communication. We fought a lot and we bickered a lot, and we really spent a lot of time just getting to get each other to understand the way that we're feeling, or, I want you to know that this hurt me, and I want you to know that this hurt me. And it was a really, really immature relationship and really immature communication. And the personal development that we get through this business grew me so much that I really needed to take some awareness and to take some ownership and responsibility for the role that I was playing in my marriage. Because I was, for so long, was thinking, Justin just needs to do this differently. Justin just needs to show me more love. Justin needs to show me more love. And it wasn't that. Because I can't change him. He has to want to change himself. I can only change myself. And so I started really digging in deep through the personal development to see what role I was playing and how I could affect my marriage better. And so, we learned so many things from Michelle and Sandy. They are amazing in personal development. Healthy boundaries, setting healthy boundaries with relationships, our intimate relationships, our parents, our siblings, our team, even our team. It's so important to set boundaries with your team. If you need to honor your family time and you need to honor your working time. And if you do that and you set boundaries in a really healthy way, then everybody's going to be happy. And so I learned how to set boundaries. I learned how to really effectively communicate without blaming, without, calling names, all of that kind of stuff. I hate to admit that we did that, but I think it's real life, and I want you guys to know that. We really had to take a step back and think about how grateful we were for what the life that we have. Mm-hmm. The fact that we were able to get through the recession together, the fact that we were able to bring a baby into the world and stay married through all of that. We're so grateful for that. And we really activated the law of attraction and started thinking about all of that kind of stuff in our marriage. And so the first step for me to change was to become aware of my own BS. I would say the real word, but I don't know if there's kids in the rooms. So just to be aware of my own BS. And for me, to really dig in deep to the personal development, I'm going to kind of share a little bit, of my tips and tricks of how I got to NMD. But Luke Wren came to Banff last year, and I just had my baby. He was 3 months old. That's the joys of Juice Plus business. We can kind of bring our babies and float in and out. I didn't really get to focus as much on all the trainings as I wanted to because he was kind of fussy, but the biggest thing that I did take away from him was that everybody goes to trainings looking for the next, tip, trick, the next, secret thing that I didn't know that's going to get me to the next level. We all know what's going to get us to the next level. We come to things like the Pajama Regional to get, inspiration and tips and tricks. But ultimately, we do know what you need to get to the next level. We know the marketing plan. We know the, you know what you need. You know the structure that you need to get to the next level. We know that. We just know that the only reason that you haven't got to where you have or where you want to be is because of personal development, and you haven't grown enough yet. And so that was huge for me. Really thinking about the law of attraction, and for me, the law of attraction, the one thing that really stuck with me was the law of attraction is not what you're thinking about. So for so long, I thought, I want to be an NMD. I want to be an NMD because I want benefits. I want to be an NMD because I really want, to be able to spend time with my kids. But it's not what you're thinking, it's what you're feeling. So when I really activated the law of attraction and I really thought about what it was going to be like to be an NMD, I pictured myself being backstage at conference. and seeing the person before me up on stage sharing their story on the big screen, and who I'd have there with me, and walking up to the stage and having them hand you the mic and walking on stage with your family with you, and your song is blaring. I have goosebumps even thinking about it. When I went NFD, I had my whole family there with me. My song was blaring. My kids were up there with me. I was thinking about, before I got NFD, I was thinking about what I would say and what I'd be wearing and what it would look like. And, that is what makes the law of attraction activated. It's what you're feeling. It's that, tingly shivers that you get thinking about what you want. It's not just thinking it, it's what you're feeling. And so I really had to do that. And I watched NMD speeches on YouTube every morning, old NMD speeches. I just searched any NMD speeches I could and watched them every morning when I was getting ready. And it just made me want it even more. Because I was like, I want to be out there. I want to do that. I want to share my story. And it just made me push through all of the hard times and the uncomfortable moments and, the moments of growth, because I really wanted it and I felt it. And keeping an abundant mindset, I think that's so important. Not necessarily thinking about everything you need. It's not necessarily thinking about what you need in life. It's what you're grateful for and how you're open to more. So you cannot be in both abundance and scarcity at the same time. It's impossible. You either have to be completely in abundance or completely in scarcity. So I, going to NMD, we need 5 sales coordinators. And so instead of saying I still need 2 sales coordinators, I'm never going to get there, flipping into, I'm so thankful I have 3 sales coordinators and I can't wait. And I am so open to 2 more people that want to do this with me and that are ready for this. And just keeping that abundant mindset and starting a gratitude journal, I think is so important. Writing down 3 things. When I was in my big push for NMD, I wrote down 3 things every day what I was grateful for. And it just kept my mind really positive and in that abundance mindset. And being really clear with what you want. Have your vision board. You can see mine in the corner over there. It's right by my bed. Being really clear, exact dates, exact times, clear images. Show the universe exactly what you are looking for. And, don't let it be kind of wishy-washy. Show them exactly what you want. So how I've grown my business, I really didn't know what my brand was. And before, even a week ago, I really didn't know what my brand was. And I was talking to Michelle. I was so nervous about doing this training. And I was like, Michelle, these ladies are all so beautiful and they're proper and they just look like their lives are so together. And I feel like I'm not like that. I feel like I'm kind of a hot mess. And, my kids wear Crocs all the time. And I rely on dry shampoo way too much, and I sometimes spend really not as much as I should. And
You didn't even know how to deal with all
I
that.
sometimes, and my life is not all together. So I decided that for me, my brand, to be truly authentic to who I was just that, being a real small town farm girl that doesn't have her life all together. And showing people on social media that my business can grow and become very successful by being me and not having it all together. I really shared openly about my struggles and my mom fails and my mom wins. And I really wanted people to know that I struggle too. And Brene Brown says, vulnerability is the birthplace of connection. And so I want my people on social media to know that I am being vulnerable, and I want them to know that they can be that with me too, and they can show me and tell me their, hard times that they're going through, and their kids are having a bad night or they're exhausted, and I want them to know that we can connect that way, and it's okay to do that, and it doesn't have to be, we don't have to be Pinterest moms, we don't have to have the amazing crafts and amazing meals. If we eat eggs and toast for supper one night, that's okay. So when I was watching the 90-Day Game live videos, and I think her name was Danny Martinelli, said that to know you is to like you is to trust you, and to trust you, and if they trust you, they're going to invest in you. And so I think that all stems back to being vulnerable and connecting with them. So if you are putting it out there to be connected with the people that you're surrounded with, they're going to like you. They're going to trust you. They're going to trust what you're sharing. They're going to trust what you stand behind. And they're going to invest in you. And they're going to invest in our product. And they're going to invest in our business and our opportunity because they trust you. And isn't that what we all want? Is to grow our businesses and share with more families health and wealth. So I think to go with that, having a clear vision of being vulnerable, being open, showing trust, but still maintaining on your social media a clear vision of what you want. I still, I show my struggles, I show my mom wins, I show my mom fails, but I show them that it's okay to fail. It's okay not to be, a perfect mom, but I still am striving every day to be the best that I can be. And I think people want to follow somebody that knows where they're going. They want to follow somebody that is confident, that knows, you know what, I still struggle, but I'm still doing it. They want to follow somebody that's like, you know what, this girl's got a baby, she's got a 3-year-old, she's working her business, but she's still doing it. She still wants it, even though she is busy. Like, I think people just want to follow somebody that knows exactly where they're going. So having a very clear path on social media while being open, I think is really helpful. To stick to your brand, when I'm talking to somebody on social media or in person, like we just had the Aussies come and do one of our trainings for us, Brian Marsh and Adam Westwick, right after conference. And they said, keep your cool shades on. And so I think we so badly, when we're talking to people, we want to be like, oh my gosh, you want to know about Juice Plus? It's over 30 different raw fruits and vegetables, and you're going to love it. It's NSF certified. We just want to word vomit all over them. But they always talk about keeping your cool shades on, just sitting back, creating curiosity. If they ask you a question, come back with just a really chill, oh, what is Juice Plus? And the way that I would do it would be like, oh, it's awesome. I actually noticed a huge benefit with my energy. It's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I can send you a video about it when we get home. And it's just keeping it super excited, really chill, really relaxed. But like Beverly said, using a third party to educate your people, to validate what you're saying, and just so they know that you're just really relaxed about it, but you're super excited and you're not just looking for any opportunity to just word vomit on them. So keeping your cool shades on, creating curiosity. If somebody messages you on Facebook, kind of do the same. If they're like, hey, what is that Juice Plus stuff you're sharing? I'd be like, oh man, it's so awesome. It's actually helped me so much with my energy after having kids. Here, I'll send you a video about it. It'll explain it way better than I will. And then they're going to see the awesome video with all the good points more than I would get written. I'd have to write a novel to them. So I think using a third party to help you is so helpful. And then asking them for a favor. That's how I got probably 90% of my team and customers, is just, if you have a dream team member and you are so scared of them, but you want to, I would say hey Courtney, how's it going? I have to be completely honest. I'm messaging you today because I have a huge favor to ask you. You're super into health and fitness and you're a busy mama. I was just wondering if you'd be open to checking out a video or a call that I'm doing and giving me your feedback, because I really would value what you have to say. You are a busy mom, and I really would love to hear your thoughts. And that's how I talk to most of my people and ask them for help. And it's a way to get them in front of the information, and without being scared and without having to feel like they're being prospected. I feel like so many people are selling so many things on social media right now, and I feel like Juice Plus does things in a way that's so powerful and so not pushy. And that just felt really true to me. I just really didn't want to be pushy. I really didn't want to be salesy. I wanted, and I did. If I asked Courtney for her feedback, I genuinely wanted to know it. I wanted to know what she felt about it, and I wanted a chance to educate and grow myself. So I think that was really helpful, and it was an easy way for me to message a lot of my really hard prospects that I was scared of. And then the 3-way calls, of course. We know 3-way calls are powerful, but one thing that we've been moving into is 3-way Facebook messages or 3-way text messages. And so say if I had Courtney, check out a video for me, and she's like, oh wow, that seems awesome. Yeah, that seems like a pretty cool product. I would get her into a 3-way Facebook message with her, myself, and my upline. And I would say, hey, Michelle, I just want you to meet my friend Courtney. She checked out a video for me and she loves it. I was just wondering if you would share your story with Courtney because I think she would love to hear it and be so inspired. And that way Michelle would just go on and do a voice note and just share her like quick 1 to 2 minute story, very fast, very efficient. And it just gets the conversation going even more. And maybe Courtney is going to resonate with something that Michelle is going to share that maybe, you know, she doesn't know like about, or maybe my story isn't at all like that. So having that third party Facebook message, I think is so powerful because 3-way Facebook or 3-way calls are awesome. They're amazing. But I've had a lot of people say no to them because it's scary. People don't like to pick up the phone right now. But getting into a 3-way Facebook message, they don't have to do anything. They literally can listen to a message, listen to a voice note if they want. And if they feel engaged, then they'll talk back. Then they'll send a message. And it's a lot less scary to type than it is to get on the phone. They've had a chance then, Courtney and Michelle have a chance to build a relationship a little bit, kind of get some communication back and forth. And, you know, maybe Michelle gets to ask questions that I would be too scared to ask Courtney.
Yeah.
Because Michelle doesn't know Courtney, so she's not attached to the outcome. And so maybe she says, like, you know, after a little bit of talking, yeah, Courtney, would you ever do a business like this? Like, I would never just come right out and ask her that because I really value her and I think she's a dream team person. But Michelle's unattached to the outcome. And so, you know, that might get Courtney to think, well, wait, would I ever do a business like this? And even if she says, no, like, that's not for me, at least you know that you've planted the most amazing seed. You've educated them properly. They've heard about the most amazing stories because you've chosen your upline or you've maybe chosen a person that's resonated with their spot in life right now. So I think those can be so powerful. And they can even lead into a 3-way call. So if they're like, if Courtney was like, I don't know if I'd ever do a business like this, Michelle could say, hey, would you ever like want to get onto this call? Like we can just have a chat real quick. I'm available in 10 minutes. And if she's like, oh, you know what, I'm not available, but you know, maybe another time. One thing that we also learned from the Aussies was giving them 2 options, and neither of them is not getting on the call. So say, oh, I'm actually available Thursday night or Wednesday morning. Does one of those work better for you? And we're automatically kind of, you know, we want to help people, so we'd say, actually Wednesday morning works good. And so just giving people 2 choices, and they'll tell you if they don't feel comfortable. But most of the time, they just need that little push. And so just giving them 2 choices, and neither of them is not to do the 3-way call. And that's something that I've found really beneficial in my business. For my team, I really, like Holly said, like about the 5 love languages, she said her love language. For my team, I've asked them all to do the 5 love languages quiz. It's online. I don't know if any of you have read the book by Gary Chapman, but you can do a quiz without reading the book. And so I've asked all my team and like all my family and all my friends, I'm just obsessed with it, to do this quick online quiz and find out what their love language is. And so this is a great way for you to get to know your team, and you know that you get to find out how they want to receive recognition. So I know that my girlfriend Katrina, she loves gifts. She's constantly buying the sweetest little bracelets and, you know, really personalized things. And when she got to Q, like, that's when I know that, okay, this girl, she's going to need an awesome gift because that's how she feels love. But my girlfriend Carly, she is more of like a quality time kind of person. So when she got to SSC, I said, okay, we're going out for supper, we're going to a movie, and we're going to go get a pedicure. And we just spent time together. And so once you know what your team's love languages are, you really can honor that and you can pump them up in the best way. If you know that they're words of affirmation, you give them every shout on Facebook you can, you know, post everything you can, and you text them all those great things after they get promoted, and you can just really love on them the way that they want to be loved on. And it will really help you help your team manage their disappointments. Mark Hare, another one of our uplines from Kelowna, he says that the difference between a DD and an NMD is that the NMD knows how to manage their disappointments. And I think that's so true. And just to go with that, Michelle told me once that the difference between a DD and an NMD is just the number of no's that we've got. The NMD just has a substantially larger number of no's. And that's okay. No's are normal in our business. So if you can teach your team and you can build them up to manage their disappointments, and to manage their no's, and to know that no just means not yet, or no just means, you know, I'm gonna keep watching you on your social media. Just know that like every no is just an amazing seed planted, you know, a connection made. And if you can teach your team how to manage those no's, they're gonna keep pushing. And how better do we, you know, manage no's and manage hard times other than personal development? So to tie it all together, the only way that you can grow to the level that you want to be at is through personal development and the tools to become a better person. I'm just going to leave you guys with a quote because I know it's lunchtime and I know you're probably all hungry. It's still early here. So the sooner that you step away from your comfort zone, you'll realize that it wasn't really all that comfortable. I just like that just made my heart race. Because I was just thinking back to like when I was comfortable, when I said no to this business for so long, it was really uncomfortable. We were in debt, we were poor, we were fighting all the time. I was alone, I felt lonely. I just had a baby, I wasn't taking care of him properly. Like there were so many things that were so uncomfortable in what I thought was my comfort zone. So just think about how you're going to build the business that you need and how you're going to do it through personal development. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that resonated with some of you.
That was amazing. Oh my goodness, Lauren. I knew that you were going to share such a message of authenticity with this, and I'm going through my notes, and I love this, becoming aware of your own BS, because I think that is at the root of everything, the procrastination and why we're not doing what we're doing and getting over ourselves. Awesome. Thank you so much. I know you and your team are taking off, girl. We'll see you in Tampa. Yeah. Thanks, love. Okay, you guys. So, apparently, there's another really big event. I knew this, and I apologize. There's another really big event between now and Tampa, and it is the Kansas City Summit, and it is August the 17th and 18th. So get your booties there.
Got it.
So we don't want to miss out on any of the big events around us. Of course, you know, there's so many in our areas, and like Beverly said, there should be one in every town and every state every day. No excuses. So anyway, we do want to give a shout out to the big events. Run by, we have run-bys here. Anyway, so this is your send-off for lunch. Let me see what time it is. So somehow, with our amazing speakers, we are only 5 minutes behind. Yes, that's pretty awesome. Okay.